We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. In evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. We're ready. Check, check. Watch the before. Watch the before. Watch the screen. Green, triple T. Green, triple T. You got tight right there.
First down, Winston. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Check, nickel, nickel, nickel.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready. Blue ready. Check 55 to the right. And watch that. And watch the ball. Check 3. Check 3. Check right. Right, right. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Winston nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Touchdown, Cowboys! Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position back.
It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Back to you. Wait. Follow. Easy. Mike 54.
To throw is Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his target. It's Evans. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess. Waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there.
Check.
3rd and short yardage. Winston. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually, you're calling on your...
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Single. Check 30 seconds.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. It's caught, Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 31 yards there and a first down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there.
At the 32-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Flip it. You, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. From the gun, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, Jackson, and that's Elliott, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. About 3 yards there to the 27. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to go up top for the hit. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Antonio Brown. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw, Winston. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Now Winston, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now Brown. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Jackson, and he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 28.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Rip right, rip right.
Jackson will throw again. And he'll find Hall. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Winston. And the catch made by Walters. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Jones. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Check 13. Check 13.
Draw play, Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
59 is Mike. 59 is Mike. Check, 59. You remember me? You remember me?
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning.
Let's put that team on the buck. Mike.
On 2nd down, Winston again. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And down he'll go at the 25. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He completes it to Jones. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready? Black 25 behind. Green, triple team. You get tired of seeing me.
They'll throw again. Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the slap, watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Draw play, Winston to Jones. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got Walters. Big catch. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
It should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Shoot! Come on, Sunday! Wait.
Jameis to throw it. Caught by Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Here's Winston. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps. But they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
I'm coming at you.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Bound to lose one.
Following the interception, Winston. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. Here we go, D. Get off the field. 57. Mike, 57. Strip the ball. Easy, easy, easy. 57's the Mike.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Play action now. Winston. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Winston. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd does. Like that was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
It's going to be a long day. Slam. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
They go to Elliott again. Elliott a first down and more. And finally brought down at the 38. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 38-yard line. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
We want it. Come to my...
Jackson, option right. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check the backer, check the backer. Hey, switch it. Come on, switch it. On your team.
A first down carry by Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 24, Jackson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job's left.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
At their own 3-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Again, it's Howard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On first down, they run with Howard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Got it. 125. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. There's a party now. Let me go.
On second down now, it's Howard. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, it's Pollard. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go with Howard again. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Howard, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
He's brought down back at his own 7-yard.
Hey, watch the slant. No.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.